Hey everyone, welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to show you a tiny trick that you can use on any size of affiliate site, even a stage one, a basic stage one, as long as you get some traffic, and it's going to just make you more money, really. We have used that trick in the past for several reviews and like weight loss products and so on, and we've had some of the highest EPCs ever for things like info products and so on. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. And I'm quite excited about it because most people can apply it, even if your site is in fairly early stage, as long as you have some traffic, it's quite good. So let me explain the basic strategy. You can see that I am on ScaleGrowth right now, and I've deployed that tactic. So when people land on the site from Google or something like this, they can read my roundup review, for example. But as soon as they try to leave the website and they move their mouse back to the browser to click on the back arrow or to put a URL or something like this, what happens is there is a pop-up that pops up, and that is promoting an affiliate offer. So in this case, I'm promoting Global Golf, you can see. And it gives like a bit of a timer. I'm using scarcity here. It's, they run sales all the time, but some sales run out. And then it just essentially sends people directly to that page on Global Golf, and they pay me 8% commission if people buy clubs. And I just link to the sales section of the shop in this case. So like I went there to the sales section, and I put my affiliate link here, and you can see people get there and actually do get discounts. So it's really powerful because the people that see that pop-up were about to leave the website anyway. So see, I just moved my arrow here. The other way that you can trigger it, it's not going to trigger here, is to scroll 80% of the content, so get almost to the end, to the point where you haven't clicked on the comparison table or something like this. Or if you are inactive for 30 seconds. So it will work both on mobile, on desktop. Obviously there's no mouse on desktop, so it's going to work only when people scroll 80% of the page or if they're inactive. But it will trigger in a very non-aggressive way. It's always trying to first convert people with the offer that's on the page, and then if they don't, then use the pop-up to try to essentially save the sale and propose them something else. So I'm going to show you exactly how to deploy that on your website. I'm going to be covering three main things. The first thing is what kind of offer works best with this kind of pop-ups. The second one is what kind of angles should you be using to promote this throughout your pop-up. There's different ways through which you can do this. And the third one is just how to set this up. And at the end, I'll be answering some questions that probably people will have. And if you have any, just ask me on the Facebook group as well. I'll be here to help you out. So first, let's start with what kind of offer works best for this kind of tactic. I want to say you cannot do this with Amazon. So if you're only using Amazon, like this is against terms of service, you might get banned. I don't think you should do this. You need to find another offer somewhere else. In this case, I found Global Golf, but I'm sure there is some e-coms in your niche that have affiliate programs, and you should run these ones, or you should run info products. It works really well as well. We've done that a lot with info products in the past, and we did really well. And overall, things with like high EPCs is usually what you want to promote there. Let's say you found an offer that works well for the review, and you're doing really, really well, you're converting really well. Well, putting that offer in the exit pop-up is a way to throw more traffic at the offer. You already know it does well, so you just need to just throw more traffic at it. It will not convert as well as like the single review, but you will still get good conversions because you know that, and this works really well for us. Now let's talk about the angles that we can use for this kind of pop-ups. So the first one, and you saw it on ScaleGrowth, is a discount time limited offer type thing, because people love discounts and scarcity works really well, and people are very likely to click it to check it out, and that works quite well. There's an alternative to the discounting, which is the bait and switch, capturing email and then offering the discount. So I could be popping my pop-up on ScaleGrowth, and I could be like, enter your email to get discounted golf clubs, right? And people would opt in, and then instead of sending them to a thank you page on my website, I would literally send them through my affiliate link all the way back to Global Golf. But the difference with the pop-up that I have on ScaleGrowth right now is I would be capturing people's emails. It means I would get less clicks to my offer, but at the same time I would be capturing people's emails. I'll be able to sell them more stuff later, which is, I might even deploy that on ScaleGrowth. It's a pretty good angle. And the third one is for VSLs. So we've done that a lot with ClickBank products in the past. I remember products like Venus Factor, products like Truth About Abs, etc. And they were essentially angled as infomercials. Like if for example people promote our webinar, they can do that as well. They can promote a free training. So in this case, maybe for golf, I would find a course that promotes like how to do a better golf swing. And then if they have a VSL or if they have a webinar or something like this, then I'd have my pop-up say, hey, free training, click here to join the free training. And people click, and then they essentially get through my affiliate link and then convert, and then you make pretty good money. So that's essentially the three angles you can use: the free training, the scarcity discount, and the bait and switch opt-in to get discounts. You will get less conversions with this one, but you will build an email list at the same time. So if you can make money with your email list, it might actually be more profitable. So that is the 3 angles I recommend you use for this. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I set this up. I built this one with Elementor, so we're actually gonna go and jump on the admin panel on ScaleGolf, and you can see I went in Elementor pop-ups. You don't need to pay for a pop-up plugin if you're just doing this and you're not really gonna A/B test or anything like that. The Elementor is enough, and it works pretty well. If you are going to want to A/B test this stuff and push this further, then we would use Opt-in Monster in our case. So in this case, what I've done is I've created a new pop-up. I'm actually going to open my template here just to show you the difference, and I'm going to create a new one as well. So I'm going to do pop-up, video, example, and create a template. And here I just picked one of the templates. They do have quite a few. You need to connect your account on Elementor for that. But this one, for example, is pretty good. You could be using this. It's very simple. And I think that would work pretty well. People would just click. Just put a little icon that reflects your, or maybe the logo of the store like I did. But the one I picked was this one. So I picked this one, I just changed my colors and changed everything. It is fairly similar, but I want to show you the trigger rules. So essentially I did this and I just changed the logo. I changed, I don't see the logo, it's okay. I'll just put a random golf club here. That's actually pretty good looking. I put my brand colors up, and the bottom is red. Here we go, and hover, blue. Here we go. And then I change the copy here. I put my link on the bottom. But what is important is the display conditions. So click on display conditions, and then you will be able to tell Elementor when to pop your pop-up up. So in this case, I put condition. If you are using posts, you should be singular posts, and then you can put post in category. So in this case, for example, we're talking about golf clubs. There's a golf club image. I would probably want to only display that in my golf clubs category, and then for the other categories make another pop-up that matches more what people are looking at. So if they're looking at like golf balls, for example, then I would put a photo of a golf ball, and then I would send people to the right page on global golf as well, so they have a higher chance of conversion. So in this case, you can do category, and then you could put whatever category you want, and then this is going to decide which pages the pop-up shows up on. Then the trigger, I actually use several of them. So I use the on scroll, and I put 80%. You could even put 90%, basically when people get to the bottom of your page. I put it after inactivity. If people don't interact with the website for more than 30 seconds, it will pop up. And on exit intent, which is when people move their mouse to the top of the browser. The problem is exit intent does not work on mobile because there is no mouse on mobile. So that's why I have these other two to back up, but it's going to be whichever triggers first, right? It's not going to both trigger on scroll and on exit intent. It's going to just pick one, and then the first one that happens is going to trigger my pop-up. So that's how I do it. And then advanced rules, I like to hide it for logged in users because because otherwise when I work on my website, it pops up all the time and it's quite annoying. So you can trigger this. If you want, you can also carry on mobile or something like that. A lot of people will be concerned on whether this affects their conversion rate. This hasn't, as long as we don't have too aggressive triggers on our case. So that's, that's our test. You should try it yourself. And then I also show it up to 1 time so that people don't see it multiple times. And that's basically it. And then you can save and close, release your pop-up, and it's here. Now, I'd like to close this video with some things to think about concerning this tactic. First of all, don't expect to just try a random offer you've never tried and have it make you thousands of dollars. This kind of affiliate marketing outside of Amazon, etc., it does take trial and error, and you might fail 9 times before you get one working. But when it works, you might make really good money from this, and it's really nice to add another income stream to your website. And second, I mentioned it earlier, but it's quite important, try to segment it. So like if I did the golf clubs thing across my whole site, what would happen is on my golf clubs post, then I would get a good click-through rate, I might get good conversion rate, but like on my golf close post, for example, then I might not get nearly as good as a conversion rate, so it's better to make another pop-up and kind of like segment so that it's very related to the content. The more related to the content the offer is, the more likely you are to make a sale. So I'm going to close it here for this video. I think it's a quite simple tactic, But if you actually make it work and if you find the right offer for the right audience, it's great passive income. I highly recommend you try it out. And well, let me know on the Facebook group if it works for you. Have a good day. Bye.